On today's Friday FAQ, we answer the question, were any other SAR Congresses canceled prior to the cancellation of the 2020 Congress? When the Executive Committee made the difficult decision to cancel the 2020 Congress in Richmond, Virginia, due to COVID-19, it was a historic but not unprecedented occurrence. There have been two other years in which the National Society has not held a Congress, 1917 and 1945, both during the midst of world wars. In 1917, the Congress was scheduled to take place on May 21st in Nashville, Tennessee. Due to World War I, only a handful of officers and members met that day. According to the SAR magazine's June 1917 edition, quote, recognizing that the attendance at the annual Congress of the National Society of the Sons of the American Revolution, called to convene at Nashville, Tennessee, May 21, 1917, would interfere with the performance by delegates of their higher duty of national service and preparation for such service, the National Executive Committee recommended to the President General that the Congress should be postponed. Whereas the 28th Congress, duly assembled in the city of Nashville this 21st day of May, 1917, is without the requisite number of delegates to constitute a Congress, be it resolved that this Congress do now adjourn, end quote. The business of the society that was supposed to take place at Congress was taken on by the Executive Committee, besides the election of new officers. Therefore, President General Elmer M. Wentworth and the other general officers remained in their positions for another year. The last time a Congress was canceled was in 1945, during World War II. Due to the Office of Defense Transportation's regulations regarding domestic travel, it was decided that Congress could not be held. As President General Smith L. Moultrie stated in the April 1945 edition of the SAR magazine, quote, no Congress could have convened that would have met the requirements laid down by the Office of Defense Transportation. There is no provision in the Constitution of our National Society that would permit the limiting of the number of delegates and members entitled to attend a Congress, so as to come within the requirements of the ODT. As a patriotic society, we cheerfully comply with all rules and regulations that may be laid down by those in authority of the successful prosecution of the war. End quote. As in 1917, the general officers remained another term until new officers could be elected at the next Congress. So, while the 2020 Congress did not take place as planned, it will not be the first time for such a significant decision to be made. If history is any indication of the future, the SAR will weather this challenge, just as it has in the past.